Hi there, love. It's me, your Femboy, and today I am be talking about thighs. Everybody has them, but I feel like Femboy thighs just hit different. I don't know what it is. It might be their plumpness, their shape, what they're attached to. I mean, I don't think I'm too biased to say that Femboy thighs are pretty appealing. A lot of people like them, and that's a reason why they like femboys, among other reasons too. Something I hear asked a lot when it comes to femboys is, how do I make my thighs thicker? How do I get those nice, thick and chubby thighs that I have? So I thought I'll give you what I do. I have 5 techniques that I find have worked the most for me and would really like to share with you. So we are going to be talking about the first 4, which you've probably heard before. They work for anybody regardless of being a femboy or not. But the 5th one is my special technique. It's the secret sauce. It's exactly how I get them to be so big, even though the rest of my body is not that big. If you'd like to know what it is, I mean, just keep watching the video, silly. Like, I'm gonna talk about it in just a second. So without further ado, here's number 1. You probably predicted it, but it's squats. Squats are like the best exercise, not just for your thigh area, but the booty too. That's kind of the reason I feel like they're so popular, is because they really help tone that whole area like super duper good. If you want to have big old thick thighs like me, try doing 20 reps, 5 sets. So overall you should be doing about 100 squats, which sounds like a lot, but if you take 20, take a little breather, 20, get a little drink of water, and just keep the process going until you reach 100, it's really not that bad. So trust me, love, you totally got it. Also, lunges. Lunges are really helpful too. That being said, I definitely am not that good at it, but I feel like you can really feel it in your thighs. Also, weights. Weights are really important for any exercises, but especially ones for your legs. So it sort of gives your body more, I feel like it helps a lot more and helps you build those muscles faster than if you just went weightless. So definitely if you already have some, or you don't mind getting a weight or 2, I feel like they're a huge help. There's that, and you don't only have to hold them up. I usually do a variation of up and then also down, because I could really feel it in the back of your thighs, like where hamstrings, they're the part of my leg that looks the most like hams, so I'm probably right. Okay, so aside from squats, I also run a lot. I don't do it as much as I should. Like, it's usually just a mile or 2, but even if it's just that, or even if you're just jogging, like running or jogging, or even like fast walking, works out just your entire body too. So it helps tone down all those areas to get nice and petite and tiny, but also your legs get, I feel like, a lot of the workout. So it helps you be all nice and petite on top, but all curvy on the bottom. So I feel like it really helps my thighs, but especially my calves. So if you're like me and have some wibbly wobbly calves, like running works really good. Plus, if you run a lot, those legs of yours would be really strong. So you could do like fun stuff, like bust watermelons with your thighs. Doesn't like every femboy want to do that? I mean, I don't think it's just me. All right, so this probably sounds like pretty self-explanatory, but you need a good diet, or I should say like the right kinds of diet. Because you could do all those like gluten-free, no carb, keto, this and that, but unless you have a good diet with lots of protein and also healthy fats, you're not going to really get anywhere, at least in my experience. I know, like, a good diet, like, duh, of course you need that. But I feel like You need protein, which I enjoy chicken, salmon, and I like those little tuna packets where they come with little like sporks in them. They're like my favorite, with like a cracker or two. Oh, also there's the ones that don't have the spork, but they come with their own crackers and even come with like a little caramel candy too. Like, that's super cute. Anyway, healthy fats. I know a lot of people will say just cut out fat entirely, but you need fat to build up your thighs. Also your booty, but this is a thigh video, so definitely if you want a bit more, if you want your thighs to be thick, you have to have something to put in them aside from just muscle. I enjoy things like nuts and avocado, but I know people don't like avocado that much, but as long as you try and get those healthier, like good kinds of fats, I feel like that is really important. Even unhealthy fats can sometimes be good. I basically eat candy more than I drink water, which I know really bad, but I love candy, and you know what? It gives me that little cushion for the pushing. So this is maybe not for your thighs specifically, but this makes your hips and thighs look a lot bigger. And what I mean by that is waist training. I've done a whole video about this already. So if you want to hear more about waist training or like using corsets and that kind of stuff, I'll have it in the description. I would really recommend that too, since that's partially why my hips and thighs look a lot bigger. It's because my waist looks smaller, so it gives it that illusion. Kind of an unorthodox like method to make those thighs bulk up, but you know what? It helps with the look. So if you also want to have an itty bitty waist, I could not recommend waist training enough. This is the big part of the video where I reveal my special secret. So what's my special secret? Loose skin. I know you're asking, like, what do you mean loose skin? So I talked about it briefly in one of my past videos, but I used to be 300 pounds. And I was overweight until like 3 or 4 years ago. So I've been a chubby boy most of my life. And because of that, and because I lost it so fast, I have a ton of stubborn loose skin that just won't go away. It's mostly gathered on my upper arms, tummy, and thighs. And that's why my thighs look so big. Because sure, the first two are really gross, but that third gives me the kind of an illusion where it looks like I have way bigger thighs than I actually have. I mean, so now you get why I would say I would not recommend doing this. It might be genetics, because we all gain weight in different places, and I'm sure when we lose weight, your skin tightens in specific places too. So this is my secret though to having such big thighs, but kind of small everywhere else. Because the loose skin, sure, it gives me that like that more of an hourglassy figure in my leg area, but as a result, they're way flabbier and grosser than if you got the size in a healthy way. So I would not recommend this method specifically, but you know what, like, to not be so embarrassed about them. Sure, I wear like nylons to keep in all the jiggle, but I know I don't realistically have to do that. But if you also have loose skin out there like I do, like, you don't have to be embarrassed to show it off. I love to show off my legs, and sure, it's gross because it's just loose skin, not really real thigh chub, but you know what? I think it works and I like it. So yeah, until I get rid of it, like with surgery, or if I get really lucky with exercise, it's gonna stay there anyway. I love wearing shorts, so I'm not going to just hide it just because they jiggle a little. Like, everyone's thighs jiggle. Sure, mine's fold in a little bit in a yucky, gross way, but from afar, they look like pretty thick thighs to me. So, and I don't know about you, but thick thighs are a big part of what makes Femboy special, at least in my case. That's how I would recommend getting your thighs to look a bit bigger, or look closer to mine, I guess. That being said, some of these are definitely better techniques than others. And straight up the last one, sure, that's my special technique, if you could call it that. But I would absolutely not recommend trying to replicate it. I just thought I would share with you sort of why my thighs are so much bigger proportionately than the rest of my leg. Because I have been asked about this a lot, and it's not just my thighs are like that too. I got a little schnitzel here, and my tummy is a big problem area too. But as a lot of people who have loose skin out there, you're probably aware of that. But you know, you could always use it for your advantage. You don't have to be ashamed of it. Like, I love to flaunt my thighs because it gives them a nice, like, shape. And the size is, woof, like, way better than what I would have before. It also makes me a lot more shapely. So I feel like that's a huge plus too. This was sort of a last minute video idea that I got from a random commenter. Your name right there. Thank you so much for the suggestion. And if anyone else has any other like techniques or advice you'd like to know about just being a femboy or even anything else, like I'm a wannabe goth, so I can totally talk about things like that or just things in general. Also, thank you so much for being so supportive of the nostalgia video series I've been starting on my channel. Right now, I just talked about Drawn to Life, but I would like to really expand it into other subjects too. So if there's anything that you feel really nostalgic about that you think could make a really cute small video, just kind of talking about memories, your favorite aspects of it, and things like that, please put it down below. And if I like talk about the same subjects, I will absolutely credit you and sort of share those memories with you together, hopefully. So yeah, I love you, I love you, and I want to rub you too. Okay, bye! My hair looks so gross.